Hello, today I'm going to go over what I keep in my blind bag. I like to travel in the field as light as possible just to minimize the amount of things that I'm lugging in. So these I usually have on me. It's a pocket knife and a Leatherman, which are good for clearing up if you get a stovepipe, anything like that. It's always nice to have a handy pair of pliers on. This comes into the blind after. And then a dressing knife. Headlight usually starts on my head and ends up in the blind bag. And then I got my safety goggles. Calling mask, which is actually open at the bottom so that you can actually put a call underneath it and still use it. Shooting gloves. Shells, I usually carry 2 boxes. I try to get a limit of geese with half a box, but sometimes it doesn't work out, and sometimes snows come into the field, and you just never know, or a ton of ducks, and you end up going, or your buddy runs out, so it's always good to have an extra box. If I'm going on a snow goose hunt, I'll throw in, an extra box, so I have 3 boxes in. Always use score ammunition because it's the best. Call lanyard with a remote. This is programmed to turn on all my spinning decoys at once. And then in the front, carry some Advil and Tylenol for obvious reasons. In here, a couple choke tubes, some hearing protection, spare batteries, a battery for the decoy remote. You'd be surprised how often that will clonk out at the worst times, so it's always good to have a spare. And then on this side, I carry a little bit of trail mix and a protein bar in there just for a snack. A first aid kit, just in case something bad happens or somebody gets a cut or something like that. It's just always nice to have. And then on this side, I keep a cleaning, just in case you scuff your gun, just a boar snake, and then a full cleaning kit. Now, I keep a cleaning kit in there after I was hunting with some supposedly really experienced hunters, and they would always brag about how their guns would never jam and that they'd never clean them. Well, we were on a large snow goose hunt and both their guns malfunctioned and they needed a cleaning kit, and I happen to have one, so it kept their hunt going. And so I always keep one in. My gun's always clean before I go, so I never haven't had that issue yet. Then I can incorporate all of this into what turns into a boom bucket. And in the boom bucket, that's for more your A-frames when you're not in a layout, when you're sitting down, so this blind bag will go into the bucket, but the bucket has some special items in it, and it'll get a thermos then for extra comfort. This is handy when people need it, complete with moist towelettes. And then a utility knife, because sometimes you can makeshift a duck blind or something like that, so it's always nice to have a utility knife handy. And then some Ziploc bags for after the hunt. So you usually have the bucket in the truck or in layouts. If not, it'll be in the field with us. And that's what I bring into the field, to travel as light as possible and have everything I need to go hunting. Thank you.